Hello and welcome along to Chelsea's podcast dedicated Chelsea transfer blog, which keeps you right up to date with all the very latest transfer news, rumours and gossip emerging from Stamford Bridge every day during the summer transfer window. And like, comment and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Timo Werner says he made the right decision joining Chelsea instead of Liverpool, and he has come to Stamford Bridge to win titles. The Germany international attracted plenty of interest this summer when he decided he was ready to leave RB Leipzig. Liverpool were one of those chasing Werner, but in the end it was Chelsea who won the race after paying a fee of around £47.5 million. The 24-year-old has admitted a pitch from manager Frank Lampard played a key role in him heading to Stamford Bridge, and now he is there. Werner wants to win titles. I came here to win titles. Chelsea is a big club. A club who always wants to win, and for me, I am a player who always wants to win every game, said the forward. It is clear at the end we want to win titles. The last years we maybe don't win so many titles, but I think now we have a very strong team and a young team that can develop and go through a period of a long time, where we can stay together because we are young and we want to win. That is a good way and what I want to reach here, because I came here to win titles and a lot of games. When I decided to leave Leipzig I talked to different clubs, of course, next to Chelsea. There were some other clubs that I talked to. But for me, I don't want to talk about so much about other clubs, because in the end I decided for Chelsea. Of course there were some other clubs also, like Liverpool, who have a great team, and also maybe I can fit good to some other teams, but at the end I decided to join Chelsea because for me it was the best decision I can take. Not only because of the style of football but also because of what they have shown to me. I think it was a hard decision in the end, but I am very, very excited and proud that I decided like this, because now when I have been here for at least 1.5 months, it feels right, it feels good. The team is brilliant. We have some very good, but always calm and nice players. It is fun to play here at Chelsea and to be part of the team. We can do very well with this team in the next few months and the next few years. Chelsea manager Frank Lampard will hope to have a number of players back fit to face Liverpool this weekend. The Blues host the reigning Premier League champions on Sunday afternoon as they look to make it 2 wins out of 2 following last weekend's win over Brighton. Lampard has been waiting anxiously over the fitness of the likes of Timo Werner, who picked up a knock on the South Coast, and Christian Pulisic, who struggled a recovery setback last week, while Ben Chilwell is still a while away from making a return. Here's everything you need to know about Chelsea's current injury list. Chilwell arrived from Leicester carrying an ankle problem that kept him out of the latter stages of last season. The England international is now doing individual training as he seeks a return to action, but it is fairly unlikely he will be back before the end of the month, as he is not yet back in full training. Silva could make his first appearance for the club against Liverpool this weekend after a full week of training. The Brazilian missed out on the trip to Brighton, but could well slot straight into the starting lineup this weekend. Moroccan playmaker Ziyech is still waiting on his first competitive start for the club after picking up an injury in the friendly at Brighton. Lampard said last week Hakim Ziyech took an injury to a knee against Brighton in a pre-season match, so won't be fit. We hope it's a matter of weeks, a couple of weeks, but we have to see. It therefore looks unlikely he'll back in time for this weekend, but the following weekend's trip to West Brom appears to be the perfect opportunity. Having been left out last weekend due to a setback in his recovery, Lampard is set to name Pulisic in his squad to face Liverpool. The Blues boss said ahead of the win over Brighton, "Christian was training with us last week, but he had a bit of discomfort a couple of days ago when he was trying to be in contention for today. It would have been a big ask for today and he has had to take a few steps back, and we will have to see." Timo Werner should start up front again for Chelsea this weekend against Liverpool. Despite picking up a knock, the Germany striker put in an impressive display on debut, but was seen having to ice his leg after colliding with Brighton goalkeeper Matt Ryan in the midst of winning a penalty. Werner said, "For the rest of the game, it hurt a lot and I couldn't do some movements because the muscle went very hard, but at the end, I'm happy that we won." And when asked if he'd be fit to face Liverpool, he added, "Of course. In games like this, you're always fit." Thiago Silva is in line to make his Chelsea debut against Liverpool this weekend. The Blues got their 2020-21 Premier League season off to a fine start with a 3-1 win over Brighton at the Amex Stadium on Monday night, thanks to goals from Jorginho, Reece James, and Kurt Zouma, and they did so without 4 of their 6 first-team summer signings. This includes Silva, who missed the game for fitness-related reasons, but in a huge boost for Blues head coach Frank Lampard. The former Paris Saint-Germain has taken part in a training session at Cobham ahead of the visit from the defending Premier League champions. It remains to be seen if the 35-year-old makes the matchday squad for the game at Stamford Bridge, but it's looking likely that he will at least be in contention. And following the training session, Silva took to social media. Via his Instagram stories, he responded to a message from Ben Chilwell, also back in training, with 2 muscle emojis. Despite deals for Chilwell, Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner this summer, Silva's arrival is the one that intrigues Gary Neville the most. It's an unknown. 35, 36 next week, played in the French league now for the last few years, Neville said. The intensity of the French league is nothing like our league. That's not to say Paris Saint-Germain haven't got world-class players, they've just got to a Champions League final, but you think of the Premier League, particularly the intensity of this Premier League season, when you think of the fact that it's a season that's compact, it's going to be a massive challenge for him to deal with the intensity, the amount of games, the speed of the football compared to what he's been used to. It's gonna be a step up, in that respect. Can he play in individual matches? Of course he can, he's a world-class player, but at this stage in his career, it's an element of when you say, can Chelsea win the league? It's just a complete unknown if he can improve that defense. What's the goalkeeper gonna be like? What are the young forwards gonna be like? But I'm intrigued to know how this world-class defender, who has played for many years with Brazil, and has been a wonderful player for PSG, how is he going to do in our league?